Russian troops were moving in a van when a Ukrainian FPV drone began pursuit. The vehicle accelerated, attempting to escape, but the drone maintained its course. Realizing the threat was closing in, several soldiers jumped from the moving van to save themselves. Moments later, the drone struck the vehicle directly, destroying it and leaving the escape attempt unsuccessful. Russian forces attempted to retreat using motorcycles and additional vehicles. Ukrainian FPV drones quickly detected the movement and gave chase. Despite the speed of the fleeing troops, the drones maintained pursuit and struck with precision. Motorcycles and cars were destroyed one after another, showing that fast transport offers no real escape from persistent aerial attacks. On open ground, a lone Russian soldier moved cautiously across the battlefield. From above, a Ukrainian FPV drone scanned the area and quickly fixed on his position. The soldier continued unaware, exposed in the wide terrain. Moments later, the drone descended with precision, marking him as a target and demonstrating once more how solitary movement offers no protection under constant aerial surveillance. Ukrainian FPV drones repeatedly targeted Russian tanks. In one case, a stationary vehicle was struck directly on the turret, disabling it. Another tank tried to move through open terrain but was hit with precision, bursting into flames. Further strikes on additional armored units ended the same way, proving drones can consistently neutralize heavy armor despite its protection. A Ukrainian FPV drone identified a stationary Russian tank. Approaching at low altitude, it locked onto the vehicle and carried out a direct strike. The impact disabled the tank on the spot, showing how drones are effectively used to neutralize armored targets even when they remain immobile. Several Russian soldiers were moving across open ground without cover. A Ukrainian FPV drone detected their movement and tracked them from above. Despite their attempt to continue forward, the drone closed in quickly. Moments later, it struck their position directly, neutralizing the group and showing how exposed movement in open terrain is vulnerable to precise aerial attacks. Russian soldiers attempted to remain hidden, taking cover beneath debris and natural obstacles. Despite their efforts, a Ukrainian FPV drone scanned the area and detected their position. The soldiers stayed motionless, hoping to avoid notice, but the drone maintained surveillance and closed in. Moments later, it struck with precision, showing that concealment alone offers little protection against persistent aerial observation. A Russian soldier rushed to assist a wounded comrade lying on the ground. As he tried to pull him to safety, the Ukrainian FPV drone detected their movement. The device closed in quickly, leaving them no chance to escape. Moments later, the strike hit their position directly, neutralizing both and showing how even rescue attempts remain exposed under constant aerial surveillance. A Ukrainian FPV drone detected a column of Russian vehicles transporting supplies. Flying at low altitude, it tracked the line of trucks as they moved along the road. One by one, the drone carried out precise strikes, damaging the vehicles and igniting their cargo. The attack disrupted the transport of equipment and showed how moving convoys remain vulnerable to targeted aerial operations. Two Russian soldiers took cover inside a trench, believing its depth and walls would shield them. A Ukrainian FPV drone scanned the position, detected their presence, and adjusted its path. Despite the protection offered by the trench, the drone descended directly into it and struck with precision, neutralizing the position and showing that even fortified cover can be reached by targeted aerial attacks. A Ukrainian drone detects a Russian soldier moving near a trench. It follows him from above and, once his position in open ground is confirmed, descends and carries out a precise strike. The drone observes a soldier approaching a trench. Instead of attacking immediately, it waits until he enters the shelter. Once inside, the drone follows and detonates, neutralizing the position. Russian soldiers moved cautiously around the house, looking for shelter among its walls. Overhead, Ukrainian FPV drones monitored their movements, keeping them in sight as they circled the building. Despite using the structure as cover, the drones maintained surveillance and closed in, showing that even in urban areas, troops remain exposed to persistent aerial tracking and precision strikes. A Russian soldier left the house and tried to hide inside a nearby vehicle. From above, a Ukrainian FPV drone tracked his movement and fixed on the new position. Despite the attempt to use the car as cover, the drone descended and struck directly, showing that shifting from buildings to vehicles does not prevent detection or avoid attack. Russian soldiers cautiously moved around the house, searching for shelter among its walls. Overhead, Ukrainian FPV drones monitored their movements, keeping them in sight as they circled the building. Despite using the structure as cover, the drones maintain surveillance and closed in, showing that even in urban areas, troops remain exposed to persistent aerial tracking and precision strikes. A Ukrainian FPV drone identified a Russian armored vehicle parked in an open area. Without rushing, it adjusted its course and approached directly. The strike hit the vehicle with precision, disabling it on the spot and confirming once again that stationary targets remain highly vulnerable to drone attacks.